I say hands up out of my pocket. Right back, y'all. Pockets and sockets. Woman on up style. You don't need no introduction. CPU's finest in the building, y'all. Oh, the BJ. CPU collabo. Congo players united tonight, goddamn. Huh? Hands up out of my pocket. Oh, they feeling lovely back there. Huh? We gon' do it like this here. Yo, I said, tell me how you feeling. Hey, living legends in the building. Hey, tell me how you feeling. BJ's in the building. I said, tell me how you feeling. Living legends in the building. Tell me how you feeling. Living legends in the building. Hey, BJ, you gotta stop. He's slow walking that motherfucker. He's slow walking tonight. Hey, living legends in the building. BJ, you gotta stop. Work out, BJ. You gotta stop. up just a little bit. Yeah. The apple don't fall too far from the tree, yo. Next up, we got my man Lil Mick. We got my man
Is this better, guys? Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? There we go. So I was saying that well, we just gonna get right back into it. Good evening, kings, queens, peasants, and in-betweens. It's your girl, Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people, and then you have just stepped in to No Great Area right here on the Love Network DC. Shout out to the home team, Team Mitchcraft. Make sure you guys head on over to www.crankrock.com for the latest and greatest in Mitchcraft attire, or you can visit us in store Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 12 p.m. Wednesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 12 to 8, Sunday, 12 to 6, 9244 East Hampton Drive, Capitol Heights, Maryland, man. Suite 201. It's a no-brainer. Come get you something fly to wear here, there, and everywhere. We also have tickets in store. Shout out to the homie Kiwi Campbell for Funk's birthday. Y'all can come by and grab those. Get you something fly to wear, ladies. The new compression shorts along with the sports bras are in store for those of y'all who've been in my inbox. And like I told y'all, I haven't been in store, so I don't want to hyper-size y'all. But yeah, they're here. It's some fly stuff in here, man. I can't get into that right now. Y'all just got to pull up again, 9244 East Hampton Drive, Capitol Heights, Maryland, Suite 201. I just wanted to have a little solo time with you guys before I leave the great polls up. And I wanted to talk to y'all about a few things. One, definitely want to plug and shout out the home team, the brand, the sponsorship, the power, the creative juices, the people who keep me on my toes. I have to get better about a lot of things, and they don't let me slide. I appreciate the accountability, but I also want to tell y'all thank you. Thank you to each and every one of y'all who hops on the lives, who shares the posts, who interact with me in person, who actually walk up and want to get to know me when you're out and about. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. The energy is amazing. Getting to put a face with a name means a lot to me because I do have conversation with a lot of you guys via Facebook, and getting to know you guys and see you guys in person actually helps me to put an energy and a face with a name. You know, pictures on Facebook are cute, but do you look the same in real life? Like, are you catfishing? Are you catfishing? But no, it feels good to get to know you guys, to see you guys in person. The energy you guys bring, the conversation, like some of y'all are hilarious. And it's even better when we can have a good conversation and exchange of ideologies, of thought processes. You guys come to me with what you think the culture needs, what you think bands need to do, what you think fans need to do. And I think that's super dope. Thank you guys for entrusting me to be your voice and for sharing your voice with me. Like, all of that really, really, really means something to me. I appreciate it more than you guys will ever know. So I wanted to definitely say thank you to you guys for that. Also, there's a flip side to that. So, y'all ready? Let me know if y'all ready. Let me look at this screen. Y'all ready? Thumbs up. Send me some thumbs up or something. Let me know if y'all ready. Y'all ready? Because the views expressed by Kapri Monique are solely the views of Kapri Monique. Okay? They do not reflect the views of Mitchcraft, Love DC Go-Go, any associate, affiliate, any products, projects, anything that we are involved in. So y'all ready? When y'all see me out, no, you can't. No, you cannot use my microphone. No, I'm not going to pass you my mic for you to sing or talk unless I choose to do so. Don't walk up to me and ask me for my microphone. Definitely don't try to grab it out of my hand to yell whatever it is you need to yell. Be respectful. Number one, I purchased with my money, my microphone, because it's what I need to do my job. I don't come to y'all job and say, oh, move over, let me ring your customer up. Oh, no, get out the way, let me fix this IT situation. I don't do that to y'all. So all I ask is that you give me the same level of respect. If you're out with somebody and it's their birthday, of course, I would love you to come up and tell me it's their birthday. But you don't have to do it 50 times. I promise you I don't forget. I put everybody in the room on like they're a star. I'm very respectful. I know when alcohol gets in the system, people get excited. It's not that I'm not approachable, but it's just, don't walk up and try to grab my mic. Don't do that. It's rude. It's borderline disrespectful. I'm sure y'all would not jump on the stage with any band and try to grab their lead talker's microphone. So give me the same level of respect that y'all would want someone to give you. Like, that's all I'm saying. It's just a respect thing. You got a birthday, you feel like I'm not going to hear you, do the same thing you would do for a lead talker. Put it on the screen of your phone. Show it to me. I promise you I got you covered. We all celebrate. We all have a good time. I know when the liquor gets in the system, people want to do things extra. But be respectful. We're all there to respect one another, to have a good time, to boogie, boogie, boogie. And that's what I want to do. I just want to have a good time with y'all. So speaking of good times, this has been a very eventful week for me. So I host my show on Tuesdays. So last Tuesday, oh my gosh, shout out to the homie E. The interview was amazing. Definitely had a great time sitting down and getting to know a side of Celie that most people don't get a chance to get exposure to, or they really don't have an understanding of. If y'all missed the episode, it's definitely available on YouTube, on Them Damn Fans YouTube channel. Shout out to our YouTube family. Y'all are the bomb.com. 120 new subscribers. Y'all are the sugar honey iced tea, baby. Make sure you tell a friend to like, subscribe, and share. I'm so excited about the growth of the YouTube channel. I promise y'all, I'm terrible. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've been so busy, I really haven't had time for myself. But I do have some footage in my phone that I need to go through and edit and grab clips of, because some did not have good sound quality, respectfully. We can get on that in a second. We can talk, y'all. Some did not have good sound quality, so I have to chop some up and try to drop some clips for you guys. But I do have footage in my phone that I've been sitting on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do better, I promise. Forgive me. Please forgive me. But the other thing that I wanted to get into is the sound. Like I said, it's been a very eventful week for me in Go-Go. Host on Wednesdays alongside Soulful Sounds and DJ Zay. Shout out to Mike DJ. Go DJ. And then private event Saturday we did Diamond Lounge with the 360 machine alongside Mr. G, which is always amazing. Shout out to Mr. G. Definitely a legendary photographer in the game. And then once I got done with that, I made my way down to Infuse. Shout out to SOS. And it was definitely a great event for Keisha Chaos's birthday. A whole lot of cranking going on. It was just great to feel that energy and be around it. Got in and out of there. And then Sunday was the day. Sunday, got a little bit of RNS, also got some G-Swag, was able to catch the very tail end of All-Star Blend Band, and then I got to let my crank go, which I wanted to do Friday. And Friday didn't happen because I think my body needed a rest, but I definitely got the opportunity to let my crank go on Sunday. It was definitely a great time being in the yard. Once in the yard, always in the yard. You know, you guaranteed to get your crank. But I was speaking on sound, and I've noticed just from being out and recording, of course, different venues have different sound systems, different acoustics, different this, different that. But I've noticed the quality difference when I'm recording in certain venues, and I've learned that there's a certain area where you need to stand to get the best sound quality, because some of those systems little tricky. These phones actually pick up a lot more than y'all know. So if the speaker is staticky, if something is busted in it, the phone actually grabs it and picks it up. So sometimes when you guys see me recording, y'all may see me record a short clip. I may disappear, I may pop back. I record that short clip and I go step outside and I do a sound check to see what the quality of sound is, not only for my phone in that venue, but what the acoustics are picking up around that sound pocket where I record at. So there is some footage that I would love to have the PA board sound from, but there's some other videos that sound is raw and clear and uncut, and I love it a whole lot. So I will be dropping footage for you guys soon, but please know that we can tell the difference. I was at a situation not long ago where it was just so loud. Everything was just super loud. The stage was super loud. The speakers were super loud. Like, it was so much treble in the mix. It was just like, oh my God. I'm wondering and I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. Why does everything on the stage have to be so loud? And for the keyboard players, for the keyboard players, why does your keyboard have to be the loudest on the stage? Guitar amps, bass amps. It's like, I think being out a lot, I can notice and hear the sound difference. I can notice and hear the sound difference of what's going on in this venue versus that venue. So just wanted to make y'all aware. I have been out. I have been grabbing footage. I do have to edit it down, but let's get this sound together. Like, the whole stage does not need to be screaming. Monitors don't need to be screaming. The keyboards don't need to be screaming at the top of their lungs. Turn your bass rig down. Like, turn your rigs down. Like, make the sound something that's quality, because if everybody's turned up, everybody has to be turned up because everybody's loud and nobody can hear, right? Don't put us in that situation. Put us in a situation where that's not a thing. And I promise you, you'll get the sound that you want out the board. I promise you. I swear to God. But day in, day out, that sound being that loud, I've definitely invested in a good pair of earplugs to preserve my hearing, so that I'm still able to maneuver, be out and about, hear y'all when we're out and about, because the noise becomes something that is just super loud. So I just wanted to talk to y'all, touch bases about that, because that screaming is crazy to me. And I can see other people reacting, because it's like, for the people that like to get up to the front, it's so loud and it's blurring so much that it's actually hard to hear and understand. And then the whole stage is screaming, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. Instead of us, like, let's just start at an even tone and build. I'm not trying to tell soundman how to be soundman. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just saying, like, everything being so loud when you're that close to the stage is crazy to me. Yeah, that's just a thing for me. And while you're out and about, guys, make sure you guys stop, actually speak to the band members, get to know them. Band members, stop and speak to the fans. I've seen a few situations where fans have attempted to speak to band members and they've gotten brushed off or rushed right past. I'm not saying stop to speak to every fan, but guys, it's some people that actually idolize and love y'all. So take the time to get to know the people that spent their time, effort, energy, and of course their gas. Let's just remember that part. Yeah, it costs you gas to get there, but you getting paid to be there. Any of your fans that are coming to pay to get there, going to have to pay for drinks, going to have to pay for food, and they put gas money in their tank. Show them the same type of love and adoration that you would want someone to show you if you came out to support them. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. But I will say this. I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend, guys. For those of you who will be at Gino's, y'all gonna be out there kicking it with your girl Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. I'm getting ready to host something that has been on my bucket list for a very long time, and I'm super excited that after fully getting back into grinding my hosting, that I was blessed with the opportunity. Shout out to Miki and DMV Beyond for giving me this opportunity to cruise in, man, cars, trucks, motorcycles, a whole lot of cranking going on. Junkyard, Obsession, Ant Farm, and Top 5 Music, Project 360. I think I forgot somebody. Please don't kill me, y'all. DJ Ghost will definitely be on the ones and twos. We're definitely gonna have a great time this Saturday at Gino's, man. I am looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. The great JYB, y'all make sure y'all pull up, get there early. It's gonna be some super dope vendors in the building. I want you guys to come through. Let's have a good time. Let's relax. Let's kick back. Let's enjoy this weather, man. Y'all just think about it. 2 years ago, we were living off of field parties because COVID had hit. We were not able to be inside of venues. We had to be outside. Let's get back to enjoying it. No, COVID is not gone. So let's just be respectful, get out, have a good time, support these bands, relax. It's a full day event, y'all, from 2 to 9. We got a rapper showcase. It's definitely going to be a whole vibe. Y'all pull up, tell a friend to pull up with y'all. Y'all can hit Miki up for tickets. Y'all can hit Amanda up for tickets. I think we have a few last minute tickets left. Y'all can hit Amanda up. Shout out to Amanda No Sleep ENT. Y'all can hit her up for tickets as well. But make sure wherever y'all choose to go, Y'all are there. Y'all are drinking responsibly. Definitely stay hydrated in this weekend's weather. I don't want to see any of y'all passed out on the side of the road. I don't want any of y'all being dehydrated in this weather. I want y'all to have a good time because it's going to be a summer full of crank, man. And I am so excited about the things that are going on, private events, public events, just all things that are going on. Y'all don't forget to take the time to like, subscribe, and share this video, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere that it is. Make sure y'all share this out. We're getting ready to bring in one of my unsung. So most of you guys, if you tuned in last week, you guys got to meet the fifth letter E on a different level from OP Tribe and Listen. So I was asked a question on my birthday by one of my homies, who are my top 5 unsung? And I gave him an honest answer, and I have not revealed my list. I'm going to reveal my list through interview. So last week was my first interview with E. Definitely was on my top 5 unsung lead talkers for the culture. The next one coming in the building today will be Chia Lee. And I look at them as unsung because they are all amazing in their right. They're amazing at what they do. They're amazing at their talents. Their voices are definitely missed consistently in the culture. I'm just curious to see, had they stayed around, stuck around, or still been a part of the culture, what their evolution will actually look like on a timeline in front of us. Because for a lot of the greats, we've gotten to watch their evolution from then to now. There may have been short gaps, but not like long gaps. So I want to get into a lot of things with them, but most of all, I want them to understand that they are valued. The work that they've done for the culture is amazing to us. Their light, their love, their transparency, their legacy, all of those things matter to this culture. It means something to me. I know it means something to a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys have been reaching out with the people y'all would love to see me sit down and interview with. Feel free to inbox me, man. Y'all can inbox me. I do take suggestions very well. Now, I said suggestions. Don't jump in there reckless. Be respectful, because remember, I don't like it, but if you catch me at 4 o'clock in the morning with some wild stuff, you can get whatever energy you give off. I'm gonna promise you, those are my hours where I'm weak and my spirit is not built for respect. It's built for you can get whatever I give you. But who would you guys love to see me bring in? I'm definitely going to make it through most of my unsung list. And I will tell you that there's one member of my unsung list that unfortunately I will not be able to bring in an interview because he is deceased. So that means that this will be number 2. We have 2 more to go. So y'all just stick around. You guys will get to see what's going on in the series. But breaking the monotony of the series a little bit, next week live in studio, I'm bringing my boo Sweet Tea in. We're going to sit down. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk about her legacy with the culture. We're going to get the behind the scenes. We're going to get all the questions y'all have been wanting to ask. We're going to get the answers to next week, man. That's just what it is. Right here on the Love Network DC. Step on into No Gray Area next week at 7 p.m. Y'all heard it here first. My boo Tamarkia Sweet Tea will be in the building. Flyer dropping soon, man. But with my unsung, it's just, I feel like some of them have been overlooked. Like they're secretly whispered and spoken about as being great and being good. But of course, everybody has their own opinion in their own right. But what it is to me is I feel like they feel like they've never gotten their flowers. And I want to make sure that they get them. I want to make sure that I'm able to be a catalyst to help them know, see, feel, hear, and understand that they are valued, they are loved, they are needed, and they are missed in this culture. Okay, so look, we're going to take a very, very quick crank break. You guys are going to catch some more of my most viewed Pockets and Sockets video on Them Damn Fans YouTube channel featuring the homie Chia Lee. We'll be right back. Well, the great Ali. We'll be right back on Love Network DC. No Gray Area.
Work that pocket ring.
right, guys. Okay, guys. So listen. Shout out to y'all for bearing with me as I run my own technical. Shout out to the homie too. Congratulations, Zoe, on your graduation. Shout out to Kimba. Super proud of nephew. So excited that you guys are enjoying the festivities. Thank you for making it possible for me to be able to still do this interview with the artist formerly known as Shi Ali, now known as Ali the Great. He has definitely stepped into no great area. So we're going to get his love, light, and transparency on the air. What's up? How are you?
What's up? What's up, Queen? How you feeling?
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah.
Blessed.
First and foremost, I want to say you're doing a tremendous, excellent.
Thank you. I'm doing my best.
No.
I'm doing my best. Let me slide you up so they can hear you.
Slide me up. Hope y'all can hear me.
There you go.
DMV to Trinity.
There you go. Hold on. I didn't even turn my light on. Like, I'm all the way out of pocket. But let's introduce the people to your weekend. Let's tell them about your weekend. So I had the pleasure of seeing you at Diamond Lounge. I do have footage on my phone that I haven't put up. It's a funky 5 minutes with Ali the Great.
Right.
Featured by Subtle, so I'll be putting that up soon.
Right.
So how was your weekend? 3 shows in a weekend. 3 shows same day?
Same day.
On Saturday?
On Saturday.
All right, break this down for the people.
Man, like it was a day party with the fam, Subtle.
Diamond Lounge.
And it's Pretty Nikki at Diamond Lounge. Then I went to a private event with the Walker Reds Project. And then I ended the night at, you know what I'm saying, Hard Rock Cafe with my man, School.
So you was booming, moving.
John Juan Williams.
I love John.
My man O, you know, the whole Frank Serious and company. You know?
Right.
Yeah, so it was a eventful weekend, I might say.
Listen, 3 gigs in one day, you sound like me.
Yeah.
You sound like me.
I'm trying to get like you.
Oh no, not yet. Listen, my goal, respectfully, is for this to be a launching pad. This is temporary for me.
You doing an excellent job, and I can see you on a, you know.
I'm ready to go.
To a high plateau.
From your lips to God's ears to the universe manifestation. Amen. I say.
You deserve it.
I'm ready.
You deserve that.
Yeah, I think the problem is that people are afraid that when people leave this area, they leave everything behind. That's not something that is on my agenda. My agenda is to showcase it better than I feel like it's ever been showcased before, because I feel like that's what we need. The world needs to see this. They need to feel it. They need to understand it's not just a music, it's a culture.
It's a culture, right.
So let's get into the culture. Where did you start in the culture?
Man, I started man, let's take it back to the day one. Seeing Go-Go live.
Yes. Oh my God.
At the Capitol Center.
Yes.
Man, after I saw that, I wanted to be a part of the music. You know, so I started out on percussion. Congos.
Hold up, Ali. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I can still play.
Okay.
I can still play the congas right now.
Okay.
And I used to play for High Performance. And, you know, I kept getting in and out of trouble. Getting in trouble.
Quarter point in vacations, is that what you're saying? Or
yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I went away for a while, came back, and the style of Congo playing had changed from a gallop, like a
yes,
to a more rudiments, like
ah.
And I couldn't play the Latin rudiments, and I still wanted to be a part of the band, so I started backup rapping.
Okay.
So once again, High Performance, backed up for High Performance, and that led me to Northwest Youngins.
One of my faves.
And
often overlooked, respectfully. Yeah, often overlooked.
Green Eye Mo, I actually thanked him the other day, man. I saw him and thanked him. I said, man, you know, I thank you, because if it weren't for you, I'm going to be lead talking.
Oh, wow.
Because actually, Green Eye Mo, we played at the Ibex. I used to back up rap for Northwest Youngins. We played at the Ibex, and Mo didn't come. So they was like, man, you got to talk. And I was like, what? I got to talk? And they're like, yeah, you got to do that. So I said, well, okay, let's go. And that show was just an epic show. And they was like, man, you got the voice, man. You know that you need to be doing that. So I thought that, you know, I was gonna lead rap for Northwest Youngins.
Lead rap.
Right, and they put me back in the second position.
No, No.
I respectfully put in my
Resignation.
letter, you know what I'm saying, and start going around, trying to get on. I was like, let me get on. They was like, well, you want to play congos? I was like, nah, I want to talk. He's like, what? So Barnett's Unique Dimension had me on the mic. And then after that, somehow they contacted me, and that was the first band that I ever lead talk for was Unique Dimension.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long was your stint there or your tenure there? How many years?
Man, I can't even fathom. I can't even think about how many years with Unique Dimension. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But it was it was some grinding times down there. And it was different in the culture of music then. It was more fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was about, being the best that you could be. It wasn't no politics or anything in the music back then. And I had Unique Dimension. It was a show where it's though nobody came, and I was on the front line by myself. And Charlie Fenwick got a hold of that.
Shout out to Mr. Charlie, the icon,
shout out to
the legend. He is intertwined in everybody's story in some way.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And he gave me a call. They asked me to come to the studio. And this is when Joey and them left, and we started
Huckabucks.
And Congo J, he cut my hair. So sometimes, he'd be playing the Stony Creek Huckabucks, man, and people be like, "Is that y'all?" And because we was so advanced, like you can listen to that CD or listen to that tape, or it was tapes back then.
The Huckabucks were ahead of their time.
So you could listen to that era when we got with them, and if you listen to bands now, it would sound compatible, And there's a lot of bands like that was before their time. If you go back to the old Publicity.
Shout out to Buck.
Yeah, my man Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
He got a show coming up soon, don't he?
Oh, for real? I gotta come see that. I definitely gotta come see
Listen,
that.
it's definitely a publicity show coming up soon. I'll make sure I send you the flyer.
Yeah, make sure you do.
I got you.
I'm on the road.
I know. And listen, shout out to you, because you stepped in knowing that you have to get on the road tonight, just ready for whatever we drop. Listen, y'all, I tried to cue him before. He was like, no, let's just go.
Yeah, let's just go.
Let's just get into it. So, Northwest Youngins, Huckabucks, where we go to next?
Northwest Youngins, Unique
Dimension, Huckabucks.
And I went away for a while again,
So why did we go away this time?
Man, my temperament or my mentality was different then, and over time I've been able to hone or control my energy. Back then my fuse was short, and I just didn't tolerate, disrespect. The same respect that I give, I demanded, and if I didn't get that respect back, it was resorted to, physical violence or things of that nature. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just saying where I've been.
That's where you were. Right. We got to talk about where you were so people can understand the zen that is you now.
Yeah, and street life, everything that came with it. I was once there. And, I'm just happy to be here, blessed to be here, man. Because, they told us when we turned a certain age that we weren't going to make it to the next year.
Yeah. Y'all not gonna make it to 18. You're not gonna make it to 21. Yeah. You're not gonna make it to 25. You're gonna be lucky if you make it to 40.
And it's crazy that man, looking back over those things and like researching and understanding information. I watched a movie called Kill a Messenger, and my fiance, she was my girlfriend back then, but now she's my wife. We went to see that movie, and I had to walk out. I'm not an emotional person, but it broke me down, knowing that, that. And let me give you a little background on Killer Messenger. It was when Gary Webb, he was a reporter of journalism. He did reporter of journalism, and he broke the story on how the United States government was funneling drugs and guns to fund the war, the Nicaragua scandal.
Yeah, for those of y'all who are looking for something that you can segue it to currently, it would be Snowfall. But
absolutely,
yeah, go ahead.
So, man, I saw that movie and I broke down because, knowing that, and not saying that I single-handedly, but partaking in any drug trade, I mean, I kind of helped destroy my community, and it broke me down, man. I felt bad because, before crack hit, like, it was a community. Like, it was a community. I could walk down the street, and if I did something, man, I got in trouble. By the time I got home, I done got beat. So
the OGs done grabbed you. Your neighborhood auntie done snatched you up.
Absolutely.
Your mother best friend done seen you out there cutting up. And then the word done got to your mama by telephone.
Yep.
So when you got home,
to the grandmama. Yeah. By the time I got home, I was in trouble again.
Yeah, ass whooping central.
It was just different. And then if we had discrepancies like with other families, like they be in the middle of the street fist fighting.
Right.
And then after it was over, we cooking out together.
Family barbecue.
But crack hit, man. It just propelled. It just tore down everything. Instead of fist fighting, it got to knives and guns, and man, it was just so much violence. I was sending a documentary around that I was in for a snippet, and it was called I think it was called DC Murder Capital. I was in there for a snippet, and they showcased the neighborhoods that we used to live in. Man, and it was just a bad time, and knowing that, and seeing the community destroyed, then the drug trade deteriorating, increasing the crime rate, which then decreased the property value,
and deteriorated the neighborhoods and education.
The property value decreased. The developers come in, purchase the property for pennies on the dollar, and build homes that a lot of people couldn't afford. So you see, gentrification, and it just hurt me to be to have partaken in those things, But to the music, it was like when I had left with the Hugger Bucks, I went on an extended stay, and I came home in like 2000. Came home in 2000.
So how long were you gone? How extended was your stay?
It was either, hell without bond, and I would beat it in trial, you know what I'm saying? Or locked up for extended time, and by the time I got to court, my time was...
Time served.
Yeah, and, I got into an altercation at the last event. I got into an altercation at Backyard Show at the Metro Club. And
shout out to the hairiest chicken wings ever known in the culture.
Man, the chicken wings, yeah.
Hairy. They needed a razor.
The Sasquatch one.
Yes. But they was cranking off that blue motorcycle. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, and I got in trouble that show, man, and it really a lot of people, security and other individuals that was in the club at that time actually took the stand.
I'm sorry.
They took the stand. They were, testifying against.
So security.
And
other witnesses.
The individual who actually started
the altercation.
All of them was testifying against me.
So, at that moment, because I'm going to ask you a real question. At that moment, did you feel like the culture had turned on you?
No. I wasn't. I ain't even think of it like that. I ain't think about the culture. It was just more so, like, dag, I didn't start this, but I finished it. And, to see people, actually come to testify against me, it just made me have a different outlook on the people, not the actual culture in the event. But, man, I just wanted to change. I really want to change. And I was in my cell, and this is like a miraculous event. Really don't speak about it much because a lot of people don't comprehend or can't comprehend these types of things. But I was in my cell. My cellie got shipped out, and I was wide awake, like my eyes were open, and then my cell just lit up. It just lit up, and I seen my life, every chance that I had at life pass before me.
Your cell lit up like a miraculous light?
It was just like a blinding light. My eyes were open, but I couldn't see.
Okay.
And then I could see events from when I was a young kid.
Where God saved you.
Right. Where I was, saved. Where so even to events with like, you know, fighting and the individual put a gun in my head.
Had a weapon.
Actually, I got the scar right
I
here.
see
I got
it.
hit with a pistol. Then events like where as though, you know, I would sleep outside in the car. You know, I was on the block, but I was tired. I went to the car, I went to sleep. And I got up, you know, to go home, and it was just a voice telling me don't go home. And the closer I got to home, the stronger that voice got. And it just continued to tell me that don't go home. And when I got to the alley to my house, the voice was so strong
That you had to listen?
that I just left. And when I didn't hear that voice, I came back. And when I came back, I saw police in the front of my house. And when I turned to go to the alley, I saw the police all in back of my house. So I went in there, and my uncle was in there. The police was like, man, what you do? And I was like, man, what you mean what I do? My uncle was like, man, people ran in here and ransacked the house. So it was like a home invasion type thing. But that voice told me don't go home. You know, and it's just events like that.
Because you could have walked into it and got killed.
Right. And it's just events like that over the span of my life and in my cell, and it was just like lit up. So when that light went away, that indicated to me that I didn't have any more chances, you know, and I really had to change. So, you know, I put it at mind, and it was at heart, and I really wanted to change. So,
Right.
2000, I came home, and you know, I dedicated myself to the cause. You know, going out speaking to the youth, going out sharing my story. You know, encouraging individuals. You know, giving them information that I've gained throughout my time or my stint through, you know, in and out, intertwined in the wrong lanes. To actually don't go down that route, and individuals can relate to that because you've actually been through something.
Right.
So, you know, my last stint was like 99, 2000. When I came home, I got a call from Kamis Lee.
That is my baby. Shout out to the Songbird.
And my first week home, I was on Michelle Wright show with Kamis Lee and the group that they had at that time. And then she went to Touch of Essence. Oh, let me go back. I forgot about something. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Your tenure is so tremendous that it's possible.
Solo. You know, it's after the Huckabucks, it was solo. Sounds of Us Living On.
That your voice on the recording for everybody? Cha cha solo.
You know, I hate that song. I hate that song. I'm telling you right now, I can't stand.
Strongly dislike.
I can't stand that. I strongly would have. You know how it be on the. Do you like or dislike, and it'd be a 1 to 5. Like,
but you have to remember that for some people who don't know you, that is how they know you.
Right. And they still playing it.
It's a live. Oh yes, at every family reunion, the go-go still.
And even though it's a remake, we can get a dime on it.
Jesus,
dime. But that was, you know, my last stint with you know, after the Huckabucks, it was solo before I went in. Sounds of Us Living On. And shout out to Ronald Moulton too, man, because, you know, I was going through a lot of adversities, man, and Ron Moulton stepped in and really gave me support. You know, when a lot of people, you know, wouldn't touch me, turn their back on me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people wouldn't touch me, say that, you know, I was explosive, unpredictable, you know, things of that nature.
Do you think they just didn't understand you?
No, they was telling the truth. That was the truth at that time, because I was unpredictable. I was explosive, you know. Once again, if I felt disrespected, you know, I would address it, and if it went past there, it just
went past it.
It was just on, you know. But yeah, and those who don't know, solo Sounds of Us Living On was Northeast Groove.
Yes.
When Northeast Groove broke up, they left, you know, Malachi, Kyrie,
yes,
you know, Smoke. Stomp Dog at one time, then we got Sticks. So it was Dig Dug, you know, so it was basically Northeast Grooves, and they just changed the name. Yeah, but when I came home, it was with Kamis Lee, and I can't remember, was it First Touch or Touch of Essence, one of those groups. And you know, she had left them and went to settle. And she gave me a call, said, got a position for you. And she got me with Subtle Thoughts. And this is when Gene Pratt and Michelle Blackwell had left the first time. And we started out. And then I got a pink slip.
Hold up. It's the giggle for me. It's the giggle.
I got a pink slip, man. I came in.
Why did you get pink slipped, Ali?
Came in a rehearsal, man. Kirk Savage pulled me to the side and said, man, we gave me an arm and said, man, we thank you for your service.
Where's the rest?
So that's what happened. So what happened
we thank you for your services. Here's your pay. Go away.
What happened was, you know, we was grinding, we was building, and it was we was building momentum, and you know, that's when Pratt did the Fam, and they were doing other things, and it didn't work out for them, so they wanted to come back to settle. So when they wanted to come back to settle, you know,
that's their solidified position. You gotta get out the way.
So I went to practice, man, and they gave me a
pink slip.
Man, I went outside. I was like this. I went outside.
You had to meditate.
Like this, man. I was like, give me the strength, because I'm about to flip everything over.
Ali.
But I didn't.
Okay.
You know, I went home, and it worked out in my favor. After a while, they called me back. Then, you know, that started the legacy. Now, I don't know how many variations of Subtle Thoughts I done been in. Man, it was like Camise, myself, Day Day.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Day Day, Adia, myself, Scotty. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then it was Day Day, Pretty Nikki, Camise Lee, myself.
That's a dynamic front line.
Yeah, it was. But the front line was Kendra, Roy Wonder, Steve Roy.
I already know.
Pretty Nikki and myself.
That's a dynamic front line too.
Man, we went on a run.
A crank spree.
A run. We went on a run. Man, I'm all over the place. I forgot about After Hours.
I didn't forget about After Hours. I was going to ask you where they fit in at.
When I got fired from Subtle Thoughts on my day off.
On your day off? They didn't Craig you.
Man, they Craig the hell out of me.
You got fired on your day off.
Pink slip. Hey, man, we thank you for your service.
It's better than... I heard Chuck Brown's way of firing people would be, I'm going to miss you, son. And he would step off.
For real?
Yeah, nothing more.
That's gangster.
So you got it nice.
That's gangster.
You got fired by Chuck, I'm going to miss you, son.
That's gangster.
And he step off. It ain't nothing else to talk about. We got a show tomorrow. I'm going to miss you. And keep going. Yeah.
Man, but After Hours, and it was just like a chip on the shoulder with After Hours. It was like a different lane. And we had locked down.
Grown and Sexy.
Tacoma Station, of course, you know, Grown and Sexy. We had locked down Tacoma Station for the longest stint. But, you know, it was after some time we discovered some miscalculations with the monies and things of that nature.
Oh my God!
So that kind of broke.
Why can't they? Why?
You know what I always say? The 3 rules: it's money, it's women, and it's power.
Does the ego go with the power and the money?
Of course, ego and pride.
Well, ego and pride go with all 3 actually.
No, I think the ego and pride. I think the go with the power.
It go with the women too.
I wouldn't say that.
It does.
I wouldn't. I don't believe that.
Real talk.
I don't believe the ego go with the women. I mean,
I think
for
it
me
does.
it's just different.
For you, it's different.
You know what I'm saying? It's physical.
So my thing is, when you discover the fallacies with the money, how do you attack it?
When you discover what? I'm sorry.
The fallacies with the money. When you discover that it's not adding up,
you address them. You address the issue. And you get an individual opportunity to cure. What I mean is to come forth, you know, say, hey, it wasn't like that. It was like this. But if that individual don't come forth with the truth, then there's no need for us to do business, because you know, I've learned to just walk away. You know, instead of being confrontational, just walk away. It's not worth it for me.
So does coming forth with the truth include coming forth with the money that's missing as well?
Just truth. Like, man, I had to do this. It's not like that. I can show you where the money went. You know, not giving us $75, you know, dollars and $150, and you booking the jump for $5,000.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the things of that nature.
So how do you recover from that? Because it seems like once you get burned in that area, do you still have trust for other people to handle your money? Do you just, this is my guaranteed number, I just want this number?
No, absolutely not. You wouldn't have trust for an individual that stepped across that line. But if they show you, you know, those traits, then, you know, you can forgive them, but just move on.
So did they ever come forward with facts?
No, they didn't. That's why that you know, and we had the proof. So, you know, and so that's why, you know, that situation broke up. Then after that, went back to another Subtle Thoughts. Like, it's
another version of Subtle.
So many versions of Subtle, it just don't make no sense.
Yeah, now it's Subtle Squad. Let's keep going.
Yeah, right.
Or Squad Subtle.
Squad Subtle.
Yeah.
Squad Subtle, man. Yeah. That's still home, you know. Shout out to Kendall, Pretty Nikki. They doing a wonderful job over there, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them.
So we go from the thieving to where we at after that.
So after the thieving, you know, I was just freelancing, and you know, got a call from Listen. You know, I played with Listen for a while.
Yes.
What a lot of people don't know is when I came home, that I used to do the go-go set up to Tacoma Station with Listen. I used to actually travel with Listen as well.
Okay.
On their payroll, but Peony wasn't playing congos. It was Marky Mark. So when they fired Mark to you know, to get Peony, you know, I stepped down then. So, you know,
the transition took place for you then.
Yeah.
So where does Ali go with his talents then? Ali chooses?
Nah, you know, I lingered around for a minute. You know, for my position, it really isn't it's no place for you. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you say that?
Because it's not. If like right now, if I don't create a band, where I'm going?
I have suggestions, but I don't know if those bands know.
Nah, but
I have suggestions.
Like, where I'm going? It's sold up. It's nowhere for, unless I create an atmosphere for myself.
Create your own.
Right. So it's the same thing with. It's easier for singers, you know what I'm saying, to intertwine, but for lead talkers, nowadays it's just not easy to get a position as a lead talker. And then I'm about the business now. You know, it's not personal. You know, it's about business. And when I come to the table, you know, I have certain demands. Like, I want to record, I want to do originals, and this is the time frame. And you know, a lot of people that I've gotten with have told me, okay, we're gonna do A, B, C, and D, and then
it never comes to be.
Never do anything. You know, and you've heard my music.
I definitely have.
Man, you know,
I definitely have.
A lot of people could, you know, keep telling me that, you know, I need to put something out, which I do. I do believe I should put the music out. However, I feel like it's not right. It's not right.
You're a perfectionist. People may not know that, but you're very much a perfectionist.
Now,
especially when it comes to your music and the way it's portrayed.
Right. Yeah, you absolutely right. Now, with like the band positions as a lead talker, like it's nowhere for me to be placed. You know, I can always make appearances now. I kind of like that, like hearing that until, you know, it's something brewing. I really don't want.
From your lips to God's ears, it'll be manifested.
It's something brewing. You know, I got a call actually, and somebody said, "Man, I heard you're a part of something major," and I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." You know, I don't know. I ain't hear nothing, and they told me, you know, certain people keep throwing your name in that. So I hit that person. It's like, hey, you know, I'm hearing rumors. You know, I want in. You know, I got a chip on my shoulder.
And what's the chip for, Ali? Explain it to the people so that they can understand.
It's just like, I feel like, to be honest, I haven't been myself since Unique Dimension and Hucklebuck days. I feel like, you know, with restrictions. Don't say.
So describe what yourself is to the people so that they can have a better understanding.
You said describe what?
With your, like you said, not being able to do myself. I haven't been able to be myself. Explain to the people
and
how you would feel free.
I just feel restricted, you know, in artistry. You know, I'm a writer. You know what I'm saying? You know, I write. I still got songs. Like some of the stuff that you heard, man, that stuff is like...
It's old to you, but new to the world.
Right, but you couldn't tell that.
No, it's timeless.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like, you know, when I got with certain bands, they just wanted an image. Oh, you can't, don't say this, don't do this, you know. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to conform. You know, I'm a new guy. I want to play the role. You know, instead of bucking the system, be like, no.
So do you think now...
So now when I'm performing and you hearing me say, I'm back, motherfucker, remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All of that that's
part of your chip.
Yeah, that's part of my chip. You know, niggas in the game that stole my identity. I'm a living God in your presence, the Trinity, and for your career, I'm gonna pour a little Hennessy, Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the artist side.
So do you think that the way life is just in general now, because I kind of sort of feel like people were afraid to speak up in a lot of different eras of life, because and sometimes it could be too influential, and other times it could be seen as an issue. But now it's like an open air on speak. People just saying what they want on music now.
You know, for me, it was like coming from a mentality that I'm combative. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bomb. You know, excuse me, I'm sorry. From that, you know, to get in groups and like, okay, I'm gonna conform. I ain't gonna be combative because they looking for any reason I need to change myself. And it was like a fight, to be honest. I feel like I haven't, if you go back and listen to the old me, and you listen to We Supposed to Grow, I haven't been able to grow because I feel like I've been stunted. Like I've never been able to be myself since the old days.
So what we gonna do about it?
I feel good to get on stage, man,
and just say what you want.
Just do and say, you know what I'm saying? That middle fingers in the air.
I got it in my phone.
Haters.
I got it in my phone.
You like me, it's all right. I pop bottles at the ball night, and we toast to the haters.
I got it in my phone. So what would be the ideal fit for you? Because you're saying you would have to build your own. So in order to build your own, if you were to build your own, how do you think you would go about it?
The most important thing to me would be for individuals to listen, you know, and without having to be like a figure of authority, for individuals to respect that. You know, some people in bands these days, they play drums, but they want to be on the front line. You call certain things, and they going south. You say go north. You know, it's just crazy. But it has to be a cohesive unit. But it's coming. You know, I'm gonna show you the text. I mean, I really don't want to.
Oh, y'all! I'm so excited. Y'all know I love exclusives. Exclusive.
I really don't want to put it out there.
I'm so excited. I get so excited, y'all.
I'm gonna show you the text.
So I'll ask you this: will this situation be a situation where you won't be featuring, where you'll be home?
I'll be home.
You'll be home. That's all I needed to hear.
I'll be home. Now,
okay.
And then the other thing is that, you know, I'm like, when I go to certain people and meet with them, I'm like, look, I want to be a part on. I'm not coming in to build your establishment and help build you to a certain point.
And then I get a pink slip.
Right.
I'm going to miss you, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. Seeing you back on the stage is going to take me back years. I think it's a beautiful thing. When it happens, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited. The same way people are anticipating the publicity reunion. I'm sure seeing you on stage in your element and not borrowing someone else's is going to be a beautiful place for you, and a level of comfort and creativity that you said you haven't been able to experience since New Dimension and the Huckabucks, right?
Unique Dimension.
Unique Dimensions. So what's going to be your first project when you step in? Original music. Is it going to be any of your originals?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course it's going to be original. Of course it's definitely going to be original. I don't want
We'll
to
wait.
feel an interview.
We'll wait.
Man.
So are you looking forward to recording your originals, performing them live,
No,
doing both?
I've been in the studio.
No, I'm talking about with the band. Like once you step in.
Yeah, of course. Originals, that's what I'm looking to do. And I'm also looking to go ahead and release at least one or two of the songs that I got people listening to them, informing me what they think I should put out first.
So you basically shopping them around and get the best single to release.
Right.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I gotta do that. It's because I can't continue to sit on it.
Somebody told you this a year ago.
You did.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, God gave you a gift. You deliver things the way you deliver them. The music, you're very particular about, and I get that. But the one thing about the culture is this. Most of the crankiness, grooves, hooks came from what people feel like were mistakes. And people caught on to them.
Right.
Because we know y'all are human. We don't expect perfection from y'all.
Right.
We don't. But it's the vulnerability, it's the emotion, it's the transference of energy from your music and your lyrics to what we recognize on our side. So a lot of times you're holding on to your testimony, but your testimony may help somebody else get through a test. Absolutely. So you can't sit on it forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been saying it for a year. I'm waiting. When you get ready to drop it, I'm expecting the link because I'm definitely going to play it here.
Because I came in here like, okay, listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
You like,
drop that.
I'm like, okay, listen to this. You like,
drop that.
And we can continue to go. And you were like, same thing.
Yeah. Like, I get that you're a perfectionist, but I feel like this culture is missing your energy and your voice. I was telling them before you came on, I have a top 5 list of unsung lead talkers. And I've interviewed 2 of them 2 weeks in a row. E and you.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to talk about...
Don't do that to my E.
We're going to talk about E.
You know I love Celine.
Man, it's epic. It's epic. It's epic. Like, man, we're going to talk about that. So, you going to get into that now?
Yeah, let's go. Because that's my guy. I'm so excited.
Listen called me for a stint of time to perform with them. This was after, school and the gang.
Right.
So it was some tension with E, and they were performing at Tacoma, and I wasn't even gonna come that night. You know what I'm saying? And the band that E was playing for was performing at Tacoma.
Ooh,
right.
That's ugly.
So
who put that card together? They was petty.
So they was like, "Where you?" They called me. I'm in the bed. I wasn't even come to the show that night. They like, "Where you at?" I was like, "Man, I'm at a house." They say, "Man, listen to this." And E and they talking about something. Show me my opponent. The Muhammad Ali jump, right?
Don't do that.
Show me my opponent, right? Show me my opponent. Because they ain't it. That's what he's saying. I say,
I'm on the way.
I'm on the way. So I'm balling, get there. As soon as I step on stage, I say, let the beat go. Down goes Frazier.
Oh God.
So look, you don't see the segue. He was talking about
show me my opponent.
That was Muhammad
Ali. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali. So when I came in with the down goes Frazier. So that's where that came from. So after the show, I went to eat. You know what I'm saying, man, listen. I said, man, call me. I said, because this is getting out of hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk off the record.
Yeah, out of the world's view and ears.
I said, the way it's going, it's not good, homeboy.
Right.
I said, we need to talk. And we talked and smoothed it out. You know what I'm saying? But man, that was an epic. I was in a bed and got a call. They're like, where you at? I was like, man, I'm in the bed. I ain't coming to that. They said, listen to this. And I listened, and he was like, "Show me my opponent."
I love you.
But you know, I use that.
Yeah, I heard it on Saturday.
I use that line in one of my,
It's calling you out.
In my song, I use that line. You know, niggas in the game keep running their lips. Show me my opponent, cause he ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I use that. So he gave me inspiration for that. That was a good night right there. And it's great that we have a personal relationship where as though I say, man, we need to talk. Like I was like, like we need to talk, man.
Do you feel like those conversations are missing from the culture right now?
I believe, I don't know, because I'm really not.
You're outside of it.
I'm like an outsider now. I just come in, get on
Grab
stage.
my bag and go.
Well, first thing, come in.
Perform.
Nope. First thing, come in, grab my bag first, perform, and I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference now. I don't deal with the politics, of the culture. So I'm like an outsider. I don't know. You know, I talk to certain people like every day. You know, or if I don't talk to them in a week or so, I'm calling them.
Check up on them.
You know, what's going on? Like Daryl Eastep, Love, you know what I'm saying? DP, you know, Nikki. You know, it's some people I call all the time, you know. Yeah.
If you could step into one band right now, what band would it be? No?
I would have to create.
You would create one?
Yeah, because if I said that I wanted to step in a position, it would be disrespectful to the
lead talker.
So I'm not gonna do that. You know?
So, if you plan to build, where do you plan to get your musicians from? Outside of the culture?
All I'm gonna say is that what I can give you is this. It's been some heavy hitters that's on the sidelines right now.
Facts.
And you know, and I just saw one at the show with Kim and Scooby. And he said, "Man, I'm ready, man." So I'm like, I'm ready too. And when I show you this text, I said, man, you know, I heard that
This, and that.
Yeah, I heard that this is coming to fruition. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't get a call. I want in. I got a chip on my shoulder. He said, man, we picked you, but we ain't even call you yet.
See what I'm saying?
And I said, man, well, you know, I got a boulder on my shoulder. He said, man, we got chips on our shoulder too. So that's, you know, I love everybody, you know, but now I got the mindset. When I get on that stage now,
murder, murder, kill, kill.
Man, it's like, you know, it is what it is. I'm in my zone. And most of the stuff that I do now is original. So, you know, that feels good as well. Yeah. But, you know, I want to clear the air about something. Man, back to my long stint with Subtle, the last Subtle being Kendra,
Steve,
Pretty Nikki, Roy Wonder, Steve Roy, you know, and myself. That was a long stint. And, you know, to be honest, Roy and I did go through some issues, but I feel as though when, I'm going to just say this, even if we didn't speak and he left the stage, I was right there. Or, you know, because it's times where as though, you know, individuals just cross lines where it's
right.
You know, as men, it couldn't be no return.
Can't be cordial or cool
Right.
again.
So if I stepped off that stage, even if I ain't speak to that guy, I looked around, he was right there. You know what I'm saying? He's a man, or he's a man of men. You know what I'm saying? He's a man of men, is what I can say. And as far as you know, we had issues with Subtle, you know, about zones, you know, lines, but it wasn't us edging. It wasn't us for each other. It was individuals. It was individuals who
got the mix.
You know, I've seen them approach certain individuals. They be like, man, I don't want no smoke. But they would use, you know, me here and him there in an attempt to put us against one another. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I had a discrepancy with Roy, he had one with me, we would call and we would say, okay, A, B, C, and D. We would talk it out because, you know, real can sit down with real anytime.
That's what men do.
Absolutely.
That's what women do. That's what adults do.
Now, as far as Roy and his talent, what could you say?
Nothing.
That he's had the most amount of traction in the least amount of time, right? In the industry. Because no one has
gone from there to boom in that short period of time without putting in.
And he's holding his own.
Yes.
So you know, talent-wise, you can't say nothing about
Facts.
it. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you know, you might have your discrepancies, but, you know, if you approach him wrong, you know, he a man, he gonna take care of his business. And in addition to that, you know, he raps, he sings, you know what I'm saying, he freestyles. He's just an all-out talent. But what I can say is that when he gets into his own, he's already on the level, you know, unmatched. You know, just being real, giving respect where respect is due.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is amazing.
And when he matures and sinks into himself, he's gonna be on a different plateau. You know what I'm saying? I can't get nothing but respect to him. But a lot of people want us to, you know,
feud, beef, have issues.
Yeah, I don't do.
Be at odds.
Yeah, I don't do no beefing. I don't do that.
Me either. I don't have time. I barely have time for myself. I damn sure don't have time to focus on anybody else or what they're doing.
And if I got a discrepancy with anybody, before I talk to you about it, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna hit them up. It's times where though it hurt me to my heart. Love, like you know, man, love
family.
And I go back like you know, to me going up the heights in the big clean hoopties, stepping out with dressing like Kanye West back then. You know what I'm saying?
You've always dressed different. Is the best word I can use. It's always been Ali. It's just we knew when you were walking through the door.
But if you notice that the actual button downs that I used to wear, like way back in the day, and I used to, you know, the college prep look, you know, look what
it's now.
Rappers look, and I was doing this way back when. You know?
You've always had your own style.
Yeah, but man, they told me that, you know, somebody came to me and said, Love, you know, Love said some things, man, and we was driving down North Carolina, and I seen Love. He said, "What's up, cuz?" I said, man, I can't even speak to you right now, man. He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Man, somebody told me that you did A, B, C, and D." He said, "Man, that shit ain't true." I said, "All right, we gonna holler." Like, that hurt me. It hurt me in my spirit to tell him, man, I can't even. But if I got a discrepancy with you, I'm not gonna talk about you.
You gotta resolve it before I come to you.
I'm not gonna speak in about it, you know, speak about it in a negative aspect to nobody else, as I need to talk to you personally. You know what I'm saying? First.
So let's get on personal. You and I have had some amazing conversations. And there are a lot of things that people don't know about you. So this gentleman himself has fought his own legal battles.
Yes.
And overturned how many convictions?
Multiple felonies.
Let's explain to people how.
Man.
How. Because there's somebody out here right now who's fighting a battle who needs your help.
Well, it started out on a crazy stint, and you know, I paid somebody to do my credit, and this is where it started at. And the guy got, you know, locked up. He had some issues with his kid's mom, and he was locked up. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay nobody else to do, you know, my credit. I'm gonna go buy books. So I went to the Barnes and Nobles.
Shout out to the bookstores that are missing in the community now.
Right. So I looked up a few things, like, you know, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you know, Consumer Protection Act, and those are all the consumer laws. So I went to buy the books. So I sat down for maybe like 6 months and just read the books and studied. So in that 6 month span, I gained the information on, okay, I know what to do with my credit. I'm gonna create some letters and I'm gonna send this in. You know? So it was working. So it was working. You know, fixed my credit. And you know, it's some things that I was accused of that I didn't do, that I was convicted of. Like, and I actually went to court, and my attorney wasn't there, and the judge and the prosecutor moved forward without my attorney being there.
Is that legal?
That's not. It's violation.
That's what I
thought. My
thought.
constitutional rights.
Yeah, you have the right. You have the right to yes, to legal counsel.
Right. So I didn't know that, but that was on my record for 18 years. From 2000 to 2018, there's you know, a number of doors that were shut, you know, jobs turned down, you know, and being home, struggling from, you know, coming from a street aspect and coming home to nothing.
And trying to convert and do it the right way, and not go back outside.
You getting doors shut in your face.
Yeah,
man. It was a struggle, because the easiest thing to do would be
go back outside.
Go right, you know, to go back to those realms. But I know, because of those visions that I had, that if I went back there, that I wouldn't be here no more.
Right.
You know,
God had already shown you what was going to happen.
Absolutely. So, you know, I got to studying, and I was like, it always bothered me because I didn't do what they said that I did, you know. So I got to researching, and in a stint of me researching, I was helping the NAACP in Maryland, Miss Liz Johnson. I might tap her in on the phone so she could stamp this with the issues with the legal battles going on with foreclosures in Prince George's County.
The illegal foreclosures.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas though they actually stealing people's homes with fictitious paperwork.
Yes.
And young lady and myself, well, she actually taught me how to read and find the paperwork, the flaws in the paperwork, and you know, with my information, I took it to a whole nother level. Like, we were sending out Freedom of Information request acts about the notaries, in regards to the notaries that stamped the paperwork, you know.
That falsified the paperwork.
Right. And a lot of the paperwork that was submitted to transfer rights to people's homes was already litigated in other cases in other jurisdictions, and they found out that paperwork was fraudulent. So the same paperwork was used in Maryland to like foreclose on homes. So we was helping people do these things, and in the background, I was always researching on my cases. Like, so Miss Liz Johnson, the housing chair from the NAACP in here in Maryland, was like,
shout out to Liz Johnson.
You know, she got me in the room with certain judges and things like that, and they was like, well, what can we do to help him to fix
his situation?
Issue? You know, so, you know, they brainstormed, and she got me a meeting with the attorney who represented me at the time. And actually, Ronald Moulton had actually paid the attorney to represent me.
The one that did not show up?
His name was Robert Mance, and he was disbarred for doing similar things.
So basically, he was taking people's money, not showing up to court, and just keeping the money and living life.
Right.
Fuck your freedom. Sorry, but I don't know how else to say it.
But I look at it like, you know, everything in life is a journey.
He put you in a position of power to take care of yourself.
Right. So everything's a journey, and then you have a choice. There's information or signs that are given to you. You just have to be aware of those signs to latch on to them, to pull you to the next level.
So tap into your discernment so you can understand what it is God is revealing, so that you can level up.
So, you know, we sat in a meeting, and they was like, they asked me about the case, and I was like, well, you didn't show up at court. And he's like, he was working as a paralegal for another attorney because he was disbarred. And he was like, well, it's going to take a long time for us to do. So I opened up my briefcase, and I just slid him the motions across the table, and then gave him a thumb drive and told him that This is it right here. They read through it, and they made minimum changes, and it was on my record for 18 years. I went in court. I went in the courtroom for 5 minutes,
Gone.
and it was overturned. It was like,
Gone.
you know, they struck the sentence that was dated.
Did you have to pay to get it expunged, or did they expunge it?
No, they gave me the papers, and I just filed for expungement.
Okay.
You know, and got it expunged off my record. You know,
18 years.
18 years, and here you go right here.
Wow.
There you go right there. It was on
Wow.
my record from I think they say 2001, right?
Yes, 12/14/01 strike sentence dated 12/14/01.
Right. And then not only that,
And they took the court calls.
so you know, when convicted of that, it was other cases that couldn't be removed because of this. Then the laws changed, you know, and to be honest, not glorifying it, just telling you where I've been in life. Like I used to fly to Cali. And used to bring it back. You know, and
That was the gateway.
right. And but since I got caught distribution of marijuana, but since the laws changed,
Expunge.
You know,
Take that
I
off
was
my
able-
record.
I
Take
was
that off
able
my
to get
record.
that. And here go, I like to substantiate things. You know, people can talk and say certain things, but you see that right there.
It clearly says the judge issued an order in all 7 pending cases granting our request to seal your records
Yeah.
from any publicly available records. Under the statute, the agencies are supposed to respond within 90 days confirming that they have completed this task.
So, you know, that's a big accomplishment.
It gave you back a lease on life, freedom,
And now
real freedom.
we still going after. Now I was able to get, you know, certain opportunities with jobs, but now, you know, I'm in private industry. I was able to get my TWIC card. You know, the TWIC card is when you able to go on the ports and things like that. So, you know, it's definitely benefits of getting that done. But I got one more case that, you know, it's a 91 distribution of heroin. You know, I sold a lot of
Things.
drugs in my life.
A lot of things.
I never saw heroin, you know. So we looking to get that actually overturned. It was a co-defendant who was a white guy in the case.
I got to snitch so I can stay out, so let me try to pin it on somebody else.
They gave him probation before trial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the quantity that they saying that I had was like 110 grams. You know, it's crazy. I ain't never touched dope in my life. I never. So we working on that now, and that's gonna be more difficult to get overturned because the attorney passed away, so we can't really go after him for, you know, ineffective assistance of counsel and things of that nature. So we attempting a different approach, and when we approach it, we have to approach it correct because you only get one shot.
Right.
But that's the last case.
It's going to happen. I have faith in you. I know you're working through it in your mind. You
That's the
strategize.
last case out of, you know, multiple convictions. So yeah, that's an accomplishment within itself.
It is. It's so amazing. So through your involvement with the NAACP, the Fair Housing Act, and all of those things, what type of advice can you give people before they sign a lease, touch a piece of paper, anything right now?
Well, I don't, you know, I'm not an attorney, so
I
don't
know.
give legal advice, but you know,
Take your contract to an attorney?
yeah, take your contract or anything that you feel like is something that's wrong with it to an attorney. And all the times the attorneys don't know. You know, the attorneys don't know because, you know, when we were on our stint and we found, you know, the flaws in foreclosures, we were meeting with attorneys and they was like, you know, the people they signed, they owe someone, you know, and that's how a lot of
Because they
people were
signed the
looking at it.
paperwork.
Yeah, they that's how they were looking at it. And we would say, okay, well, they broke this law and they did this and this is fake because of this. And they would still say the homeowner own that.
Owes
I'm gonna
money.
see if I can call right now and get Miss Johnson from the NAACP on the line. I call her Mother Johnson.
Mother Johnson. Yeah, because right now with the with life changing,
I'm gonna see if we can sync her in so we can substantiate
your words.
Yeah, she might be busy. She might not. Hopefully, she answer for us.
But if not, we can always tap her in on another interview. You know, this is not the end for us.
Hey, Mama.
How you doing, sweetie?
I'm all right. Hey, listen, Mother. I'm live on air, and I wanted you to explain to the people my contribution to
the Fair Housing Act,
the foreclosure issue in Maryland.
Say again, dear. I'm sorry. You want me to explain your contribution to what?
The foreclosures in Maryland.
Oh my! Your contribution was just so astounding that I really wish you would consider coming back. You were just a person who was able to get stuff done that lawyers weren't able to do. Like, for instance, and people may not understand this, getting an evidentiary hearing based on fraud. And that is, if I'm explaining it correctly, all of these foreclosures that are happening to people are fraudulent. As a matter of fact, I'm writing right now some laws that we want to introduce here in Maryland to change things. But in any event, you were able to get a hearing on fraud when people were not able to even get hearings, period. Even our attorneys weren't able to get a hearing. And it's what everybody really needs, because these foreclosures are very fraudulent. Do you want me to go on and on, or have I run out of time?
Nah, you run out of time. I'm gonna call you back when I leave, Mama. I greatly
that was
appreciate
perfect. Thank you so much for your input.
For calling me, and I just think that, as I said before, I wish you would consider coming back and working with us, because
I bet you heard that.
we are about to launch a movement, if you will, to get people to understand how they have to get their legislators introducing legislation that benefits the people instead of for the corporations.
Hallelujah.
A real meltdown here in Prince George's County, with 896 houses being in pre-foreclosure in one zip code. And the attorneys, as a matter of fact, Attorney Kelly asked if you would come back to work with her, but I told her that you were burned out.
Right. We'll talk, Mama. I greatly appreciate you answering the phone call. I'm gonna call you back after this interview.
All right, then take care. And the next time you call, you have to give me a warning so I can write something out.
She did amazing.
Bye-bye. Talk to you later, dear.
Bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
896 houses getting foreclosed in one zip code.
Right. So
in Prince George's County.
So what we found, without attorneys, we found that the substitute trustees had got documentation from CoreLogic, and it was fake, and they were foreclosing on these people's houses. So we proved it. We got an evidentiary hearing on fraud, which is unprecedented.
Right.
Like you heard her say the attorneys
couldn't even do it.
Right. We won 7 counts in federal court against 3 banks and a law group. 3 banks. 3 major banks in the law group. Like, we had multiple cases like this, but what we did, at the end of the day, we couldn't walk them through the door. So what we gave them to an attorney, and that attorney dropped the ball. And that's why she said she wished I would come back, because for me, it kind of deflated me. Because if I look over my lifespan and all the criminal convictions that I actually had, that, you know, there's only one attorney who really stood up for me, and I beat that. You know, it was a aggravated assault with arm or attempt, you know, and I beat that in trial. And he was the only attorney that stood up for me. The other attorneys ran me under the bus.
Or didn't show up.
Right. You know, so when I look at that, when it comes to my, you know, my personal life, and then, you know, everyone's talking about, you know, we need a revamp of the system. And then you look at people's legacy as far as their homes and seeing people's homes taken. Like, it's criminal. Like, what's going on? Like, and it deflated me. Like, I'm like, man, you know, I supposed to be sitting on a yacht somewhere. And not even, because the cases that we found in other jurisdictions, they was winning millions of dollars.
Wow.
Millions of dollars. Like, I can, you know. I can call again and get it verified. They was winning millions of dollars in other jurisdictions. We gave all of these cases to an attorney, and he dropped the ball. And then they say, okay, well, we want you to work with another attorney, and this fucking guy wasn't even an attorney.
Wow, fraudulent again.
Right. So they want me to come back. And I'm just.
You gotta pray on it, ask God to give you some discernment.
I'm just not there, mentally. I'm focusing on, entrepreneurship and things of that nature. I really don't have time. It's a lot of time that goes into legal research.
It is. So speaking of legal research, give someone some tips on how to deal with that short fuse and that temper.
Man, it's like ego. That ego and that pride, man, is a hard thing to swallow. And if you can control your ego and pride, you can control yourself. To be able to learn how to control your own energy and hone your own energy is extremely powerful. And it's like in life, things can become a barrier, or let me take it back. They can be a hurdle, a barrier, or a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to you
to decide
on how the way you approach it is everything. A lot of meditation, a lot of self-seeking. Finding out like
exactly who or what you are.
What I am.
Okay.
How
do you begin that journey? Because that's a difficult journey for some people.
Man,
because you got to look past your persona. You have to understand who you are.
Right, and you have to look past what's given.
Okay.
Like in every aspect, as far as history is concerned, as far as religion is concerned, you have to look past all of that. But everything has an origin. Its beginnings. They say the Alpha and the Omega. But people rarely go to the beginning of things. They always look in the middle or the end, because you're born in a certain time frame, and your heritage or your family, they give you certain traits, and you inherit certain characteristics in your DNA that we keep from this point.
Right.
And we move forward in life, but we never go back to the origins. And for people to understand themselves, I believe that they have to go back to the origins. I had to go back to the beginning. Why was I so angry?
Did you do that with or without counseling?
With and without.
Okay.
I had to conquer a lot of things mentally. That's the greatest war that's ever waged on a human being, is the war of the mind. And if you can conquer, the war in your mind, then you can accomplish anything. And a lot of things will just be conquering them mentally. And once I conquered them mentally, it went on to the next thing.
So I have a question. Do you feel like the crack era, being in it, realizing what it was, gave you some form of PTSD?
Yeah, of course. If the documentary that I was in, man, they at that time, our neighborhood had the most murders in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So it was, of course.
So disheartening.
You individuals go to war, right? And they're being shot at. They had gunshots. They come outside. They seeing trauma, friends on the ground, or individuals dead, and
being in a car that's been shot up.
Things of that nature. So it's the same thing. So if a person goes to another country and sees those things and come back with post-traumatic stress syndrome, then we definitely have a hit. And I think that, a lot of people don't want to seek it out, but it's like you need mental health for those things. That's a mental health issue.
There's nothing wrong with taking care of your mental health, guys. We are very big on preserving, understanding, and being able to live through mental health and mental health crisis situations. I do recommend therapy or counseling for anyone who is struggling and doesn't know how to cope. I recommend it for anyone who is struggling, period. Whether you feel like you know how to cope or not, outside assistance always trumps. That's how you break those generational curses and gaps. Whew.
It's a 48 hours murder capital.
Murder Capital.
CBS special, right?
Yep.
It's CBS, right?
Yep. So, guys, you guys can check out on YouTube 48 Hours Murder Capital 1980s CBS special. Wow, this actually has less views than your Pockets and Sockets episode. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on the numbers hard. But from that PTSD.
That's me. That's my sister. That's my aunt right there.
Wow.
We were in the front yard. Now, the back of our house was an open air drug market. So my room was on that side of the house. But I couldn't sleep on that side because at any given time,
Gunshots.
it would just be bullets coming through the window. So I had to sleep on the front of the house in a tub. You know what I'm saying? On the front side of the house in a tub. That's crazy.
To keep you safe.
But the thing is, like we thought those things were normal. Like, you know.
That's a part of the PTSD because it becomes ingrained that this is the way life should be.
Right. It's
It desensitizes you to murder. Yeah. And it normalizes you to the chaos.
Right, but you know, I think that it's a bigger play on the mind than what people really look at. Because if you go back to like Martin Luther King era, like, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X, the movies were either you were a pimp, you were a revolutionary, you know, or you would like it was heroin back then, you know, and it was movies, Superfly, and things of that nature that go along with that time that push the psyche, right? Now, if you look at it was a quiet time. This is when it was like it was a community then. Then when crack hit, you had like NWA, you had Boys in the Hood, you had Paid in Full, Scarface.
New Jack City,
right? But
Juice,
and those pushed the psyche for us at that time. Now, and now if you look at the music now, it's you popping mollies and you sweating,
drinking lean. It glorifies everything that we,
right. And then
all the prescription drugs.
Then you know you got movies like White Boy Rick, and you know. And they're talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
So the times changing, so the youth is more so going towards that. So, you know, I do believe that music, plays a big part in the psyche.
What we watch on TV, what we see, what we get comfortable with around us.
Right.
Desensitizes and normalizes a lot of things that we should actually be alarmed about.
If you really look at it, the body in itself is an antenna.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we thrive off of different frequencies. You know, your brain operates off of certain frequencies. Your chakra or kundalini within your body operates off of
a certain amount of megahertz. I think 875 is is what's even and good for me. I can't speak for anybody else's, but that's even and good for me.
So, but a lot of people don't understand that those frequencies change the psyche of the person. So, you know, through meditation, you know, me meditating, listening to frequencies, you know, that helped me out a lot as well. Definitely.
So what do you think next steps are for Chi Ali? What's next? We done talked about dropping music. Like, what's next? What we doing next? Ali the Great.
Man, you know, I'm, working on this, trucking right now. You know, I'm into those arenas, but I definitely want to come back to the music and drop music because I have a lot to say, you know. I have a lot to say.
He does.
I really think that, matter of fact, I don't know if y'all. I'm gonna play one for you, partial, one real quick.
Well, introduce it. I'm gonna mute it, and I'm gonna let your mic pick up everything. All right.
Cool.
All right, y'all. Ali the Great is gonna play something exclusive for you guys right here on Love Network DC.
DMV the Trinity. We consider this one Ronald Reagan. If I can find it. And I recorded this with KO. My man KO. I'm gonna play this for y'all.
If I ever fall victim in this these streets, my soul stands a legend. As long as I breathe on this earth and still proceed as a felon. Ovaries and seeds, conceived in a blessing. Life's a long evolution, never changing with lessons. Societies and secrecies, they delude the perception. Religion waging wars, use the gods as a weapon. Set free physically, but yeah, we're locked in a cell. In a search for high knowledge, in the quest for the grail. And I'm still chasing theories from the winds of Katrina. In the midst of those conspiracies, the faces of FEMA. Many leaders for the movement of our people with silence. Consumed in the bliss of America's violence. Reaganomics wage a war on urban soul with the crack. Simulations of reality, the snow when you're black. 10 gun salute to all my soldiers who were slain in Iraq. 9/11 was a treasonous act. I'm in the future looking black on the president. In a room filled with donkeys and elephants. To the masses, the facts are irrelevant. So much I think I'll Constantine on your testament. And give it to you heaven sent. I sold my bird from the curb, now my record's bent. You gave your money to the pastor, didn't pay your rent. You must be sipping on that toxic that they got in Flint. I've seen fire, I've seen rain. I've been through hell and back, but I've stood the pain. Hey, I don't care what people say. It's not okay. No, not this
This is a No Gray Area exclusive.
Ronald Reagan told me to hustle hard. Eddie Long told you trust in God. Yeah, Bill Clinton said get ahead. I'm on a quest for the grail of intelligence. I'm still a non-existent resident.
Was that a black face on a president?
To the masses, the facts are irrelevant.
So much I think I'm Roman Catholic, my testament.
In the feeling so exuberating. So much I think that I'm elusive.
This is a No Gray Area exclusive.
Look at you punching it.
They're not gonna steal this music.
And it's all on a dollar bill. It's in the crescent of my Cougar bill. It's even in the essence of my shoot to kill. Walk 10 blocks from the cab, get your cab bill. And Martin Luther had a vivid dream.
This is a No Gray Area exclusive.
Triple B's gave us Corntail Pro on the grand scheme. In the words of Malcolm X, by any means. As we maneuver through this urban maze, our dollar bills falling like the world trade. You in the land of the free, but you're still a slave. You in the home of the brave, but you're still afraid. I've seen fire, I've seen rain. I've been through hell and back, but I've stood the pain. Hey, I don't care what people say. It's not okay. No, not this way. Hey, can't understand why the world's blood is so frigid. Still divided by race, color, and religion.
This is a No Gray Area exclusive.
I'm still viewed and ridiculed for my wrong decisions. I'm unforgiven and my spirit feels out of place. I've seen a city on Mars with a structured face. Images of his holy grace, see the human race. With his DNA encoded in our carnal shapes. Life and grace. You'll never understand my pain. Oh, no.
But that's the kind of music that I'm creating.
Ricky Angle said, and the song is the dopeness. He wants in on the remix.
My man Ricky.
Yes,
ATL.
Hucklebucks. Yes,
Yeah,
XO band right now. They done it cranking.
Absolutely.
We definitely had it down there. So
Hey, I'm in North Carolina this weekend, man. And I know I was supposed to call you, Ricky, when I got to Atlanta, but I got consumed. But I definitely need an invite back down there.
I'm definitely looking to head down. I want to grab my DJ, get down there, catch one of their shows, have a good time. I miss. Well, in the comments, Ricky, since you're here, Ali is here. In the comments, shout out to my girl Creamery. She said, I hope there is a Hucklebucks reunion coming soon.
I don't know. You got to talk to Charlie Fenwick about that one.
I'm sure Charlie will make it happen. Charlie is always working, but we need it.
Right.
The culture needs it.
Don't forget, I'm the second generation.
It don't matter.
Joey was.
But see, you got to remember with a reunion, you cycle in every generation.
Absolutely.
Because it's been astray for so long.
Right.
We need to celebrate those that are still here for some legendary crank.
Right. Definitely, man. Definitely.
So first and foremost, I want to thank you for stepping in with your transparency, your love, and your light. Also, super dope. Thank you for not only calling the guest in, but for sharing your exclusive music here first. You know, I'm spoiled. You know, I had already heard it. I could have sang along with it, but that wasn't. That's not for me.
I wanted to play something more thought provoking. You know, I could have put on, the stripper song, or but I just didn't.
But this one spoke to the tone of the world right now and everything that's going on. And this is an older song for people who don't know. He didn't write this yesterday.
Man, that song is, you wouldn't even believe how old that song is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm ready to put something out though. KO and I, that's been working in the studio. That's who's singing on that track.
Okay.
He's been working in the studio diligently. So I'm definitely gonna put out some good music, man.
So before we go, the elephant has been lingering in the room. I know. Hey, elephant. I know
Peanuts, Ellie.
Yes. I know the reason. Explain to the world the name change.
Oh,
you know I can't let you walk out without doing that, because they've been asking. I know why, but I need you to explain it in Mr. Ali the Great's voice, formerly known as Chi Ali.
So I never named myself Chi Ali. My name was always Ali, but the neighborhood gave me Chi Ali. You know what I'm saying? So it's an actual rapper, Chi Ali. So it was I did a interview, and it was like Chi Ali, and people from New York was like on it, like typing in. Like on the interview, like, that's not Chi Ali.
Oh, they're calling you an imposter.
Right, that's not Chi Ali. So and I was like, wow, Chi Ali from New York, it's not Chi Ali. So I said, wow, I gotta change.
Gotta figure it out.
I gotta change the name. You know what I'm saying? So I did some, thinking and meditating. So that's where Ali the Great came from. And I'm hoping that people can embrace it and respect the reason why I actually changed. But I don't care where I go, people still like Chi. Like,
I mean, it's honestly and truthfully, it's a habit, because Chi Ali. Okay, this is the best way I can say this. Like, you know how roles define actors.
Right.
Like Chris Rock will always be Pookie.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
He says,
Jawan White will always be Steve Urkel.
Right.
Like it's just, you will always be Chi Ali. Like several times during tonight, in even introducing you, I had to say, I'm sorry, Ali the Great, because I want to respect who you are as an artist, but it's ingrained. Like, your legacy is tied to
right.
Chi Ali for us here locally, but Ali the Great for the world. Where can we see you next?
Man, my next show is actually this weekend in North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm hitting in North Carolina with the squad.
Okay.
And I got a few things on the table after that, but I'll definitely keep you informed.
Please send them to me. I got people like, where is he at next? Where is he at? I would love to plug them in so that they can come out and support you the way you supported this culture for so many years.
Man, I definitely appreciate the people for their tremendous support throughout these years. And I miss the people. I miss the fans. You know what I'm saying? But I don't miss the politics. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to have to bring you back so we can discuss the politic portion, because that's not a small chunk. That is a big, egregious, unwritten book of foolishness and standards that most people don't even live up to in real life, but they hold you to an expectation and a silent code. I think it's time we break that silent code. I think it's put out there so that people understand this, and this, because some people don't even understand street code. Like, there's certain things you don't say and do, and it's the same way in this culture. But if we don't teach them, we can't hold them accountable for stuff that we don't teach them.
Absolutely. I want to thank, you, Montu. You doing a tremendous job.
Thank
with
you.
the platform that you got. And, I can definitely see you somewhere,
I'm ready to go.
The show.
Yes.
On daytime cinema or something. You deserve that,
And y'all know it would be nothing but a party. I'm definitely taking my DJ and my mom with me. It's got to be a party everywhere we go. I want to thank you for sharing parts of your life that most people don't know or understand. And for being transparent about your legal battles inside and outside of the culture. I'm excited to see what this chip on this shoulder brings into fruition in life for the culture.
Got a hell of a chip on my shoulder. I mean, you could kind of hear it when I'm performing now. Saturday, the mid show, my monitor, this wasn't right. Really, was going
Don't matter. It sound good on my phone. I'll let you hear it afterwards.
I should have recorded the last show with Kim and Scooby. Like that was on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I only got a funky 5 minutes though, so I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I got you covered.
See that, but I should have recorded the last one. That thing was nice.
Get you a tripod.
I feel the energy, man, and I'm looking forward to get back.
Get you a tripod.
I'm looking forward to getting back.
Wifey's out with you.
Hey, look,
set the tripod up. Push the button. Get on stage. Let her man it for you.
And to be honest, the chip it comes with, years of in the game, just feeling like,
unappreciated.
Take ownership of myself. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm a different person. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely more aggressive back to the
music
origins of things. Definitely am, man. I miss the music. I miss the people. But I don't miss the 5 nights a week. I don't miss that shit. I appreciate that. Hey, look, man, we could go so in depth with that. Look,
yeah. See, that's why I said I'm gonna have to bring you back. We're gonna have to talk about the politics, performing every night. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Like, we gonna have to talk about it.
If it wasn't for the music and me performing all those nights a week,
would you still be alive right now?
I probably would have been back in. I was working, right? I was getting $300 every 2 weeks. Child support was killing me.
I'm sure.
If it wasn't for the music, I don't know where I'd be. So when I was able to step away from my job and the music, man, it felt like
peace. You was free.
Man, it felt
for free.
I felt like I was a slave to the rhythm, Yeah, but when I was able to step away, that's why I stepped away the first time, because I was in a position where as though I ain't need to work, or I just
be a part of the music.
Away from the music, and it's like, and I said something a long time ago, which is true. Like in life, like when you go out in the world, you get pieces torn from you. When you go home, you're supposed to collect those pieces
and try to put yourself back together.
Right, and that cycle, I felt like I could never collect myself. But when I sat down and I stepped away from the music, like I was able to write so much music. Everything was coming to me. Everything was so much clear. And I was able to focus on a whole lot of other things. So if I didn't step away from the music, I would still have those cases right now today. So
God set you down to focus you on things that needed to be handled. Absolutely. So that you could refocus on your talent and Absolutely. Your gift. See how he brings it full circle? Yeah. And if you got the wrong outlook, you would have took that personal. But the right outlook, the growth, meditation, understanding what it is now.
Sometimes, we think, everything is a stumbling block. But if you really look at it, you have to really assess it to see which way you're supposed to go. Because there's always an out. There's always a door for you. And an opportunity, but you have to be conscious enough to understand that door and take it. So when I sat down, other things were given to me, and I was like, well, why am I being led to this realm? You know what I'm saying? Why am I being led here? What's the purpose? And I would meditate on it. And you see where I'm at now? That's convictions.
Peace of mind.
And people can't say that. Multiple convictions
overturned.
That's a
God had his hand on you. He's had his hand on you for a very long time.
Absolutely.
And you know it.
Yeah. No, I definitely know it. And see, that's a whole nother
We gonna talk. You
Segment. Like,
you'll be back.
No, it's this metaphysical priest. You wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even believe. His name is Reed. Pastor Reed. Listen, the story is unbelievable. Right? I'm gonna touch it. Let's get into it. We ain't going nowhere. I'm hijacking. Hey,
We got like 6 minutes.
I'm hijacking.
6 minutes. He got 6 minutes, y'all.
Right
he
now.
got 6.
I'm holding her for ransom. You know what I'm saying? I want all the peanut butter in Costco right now. Hey, but look. So, Reed Brown is a metaphysical pastor, right? Mm-hmm. And like, what people don't realize is that some individuals are between worlds. This world and another world. So somebody told me about Reed Brown, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna go see him. So I go see him. He say, I'm trying to make this quick because you only got 6 minutes. I want you to write down 3 people that passed away on this paper, right? And he said, also write down some questions, right? So I say I bought my own pen because I'm thinking, okay, you might got a pen.
Yes.
Let's see what I write.
Yes.
And then when I'm writing, I'm like this.
Yeah, watching him.
No, he stepped away. So when I'm writing like this. I'm looking to see if his camera's all around. So he came back, and I'm covered in the paper. I'm holding, I'm covering the paper up. So he said, I don't want to see the paper. He said, I want you to fold it up. So I fold the paper up like a football, right? And he said, look, since COVID, I usually hold somebody's hand and meditate with them, but I'm not going to do that. He said, since COVID is out, we just going to
energy.
Now when he meditated or prayed, some people say he never prayed to any entity at all. He just made a prayer, and we generally talking. He's just talking to me. He's just talking, and the guy just does like this. He just for a brief second, and he come back up, and he said, "Peace here." I'm like, "What is peace?" He said, "Say it's a beautiful day." I said, "It's a beautiful day." He said, "Say it's a beautiful day." I said, "It's a beautiful day." He said, "Peace here." Not dawning on me that my grandfather used to say it's a beautiful day. He said, "P's here." I said, "P." He said, "Big P. P. McNeil." That's my grandfather. He was there. Then my aunt had just passed, right? I wrote her name on the paper, and I said, "I thank you. I greatly appreciate you," right? Look,
He's crying, y'all.
Look, 'cause it's real. Look, I said, "I love you" on that paper. He said, your aunt is here. She said she love you too, right? Then he said, Vernon is here. I ain't even write Vernon's name down on the paper. Vernon was my cousin that passed away. My younger cousin that passed away. You know what I'm saying? And he said he's here.
His energy honed in.
Then he said Monty's here. I was like, who the hell is Monty? Now I realized that Monty was my homeboy. Went to jail, died in jail. Monty got 150 years and died in prison, right? Died of medical complications.
150 years.
Yeah, he got 150 years. So he said he said this man. He said it's been divine entities watching over you your entire life. He said there's a very positive energy around you, very strong entities around you, and I believed it because it's always been miraculous things in my life that I couldn't explain. You know what I'm saying? From a normal standpoint. You know what I'm saying? From the normal realm.
Right.
So I was like, I wrote on that paper, who told me not to go home? Right.
And he told you.
He told me. Who told me not to go home? Then I said, who whispered in my ear? Right? Because that's another incident that happened where something was whispering in my ear. And I was like,
who said it?
And then I rolled out because it kind of startled me.
Which that's what it was supposed to do.
But he informed me of all of that. You know what I'm saying? So all this goes to say is that, man, some people just here for a greater purpose. You know, he told me some things I don't want to say them right now, but I hope they come to pass.
They will.
You know, I'm meditating on
what was built in that room,
right,
in that conversation.
Right. But Reed Brown, man, it's the truth. Shout
out to Reed Brown. So before we go, Again, thank you for your transparency. That is everything to me. You know I function off of energy as well.
Right.
So your transparency is everything. I want you to say your God bless and good nights to your people, your loves, the people that keep you even and keep you together. I want you to get them their flowers before we go, because it takes a village.
Right.
It really does.
And all the fans of the music, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. I don't care who you're a fan of. If it's not of me, if you're a fan
Of whoever.
Big G.
Yes. Gotti. I love that. I call him legs.
Right. Bugs, whoever you love in the industry of music, man, we greatly appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you all, it wouldn't be us. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Man, shout out to, the other individuals who we've been tapped in since day one. That, like, I don't even call them friends. They like family. They can call me 2:00 in the morning. And, I'm out the door. I greatly appreciate them as well. My wife, my kids, grandkids, all of that, man, And potential listeners of Go-Go, this is for you too. Hopefully that you can review this and embrace the music as well. I greatly appreciate you on the platform.
Always.
My man Mon too. I need some V-necks. I was calling him.
He'll be calling you for V-necks too.
Hey, look, I've been calling up here like, man, Mon too, you got some V-necks, man. Man, I definitely appreciate y'all, man.
We appreciate y'all. Being able to build these relationships and have these actual conversations, because people are like, oh, it's an interview. No, it's a conversation.
Right.
And the comfort level, the energy, all of it that is around it is greatly appreciated. This is a part of history. You are a go-go historian. You have stories about chapters and bands and parts of the culture that most people don't really get the opportunity to hear about.
I got some crazy stories, man.
Well, that sounds like we got to bring you back.
And we keep talking. But
We
I know
can't.
Look, one more story before I go. Right?
Okay.
Lil Benny. Lil Benny is my blood cousin.
Yes.
Derek Holmes is my blood cousin.
Yes.
Right? So
Derek Holmes of DC Vibe, y'all. Derek Holmes of DC
so
Vibe.
I'm on
Just so y'all
stage
know.
with Subtle Thoughts. Right. This is when Benny was living. And Lil Benny came on stage and snatched the mic out of my hand.
Oh!
So I was pissed off. Right. I went home like, Grandma.
You told.
Lil Benny, he snatched the mic out of my hand, man. Man, that was the funniest thing. You know what I'm saying? And he told my grandma he was trying to show me how to do it.
That is so amazing.
Man, that's crazy.
It is amazing.
We got some stories, man.
Yeah, we're definitely going to bring you back. We have to. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We gave y'all a little bit of overtime. Ali has so much that he wants to share, so we're definitely going to bring him back. Thank y'all for tuning in, stepping in to No Gray Area right here on the Love Network DC. Guys, please, www.crankrock.com for the latest and greatest in Mitchcraft attire, or meet us in store, 9244 East Hampton Drive, Capitol Heights, Maryland, Suites 201. We are open Wednesday and Thursday from 12 to 7, Friday and Saturday from 12 to 8, and Sunday from 12 to 6. Huh? No, like it's me counting my numbers. I like the schedule. I gotta remember my numbers. Make sure you guys pull up for the latest and greatest in Mitchcraft attire, and also head on over to Them Damn Fans YouTube channel to check out my #1 viewed video, the Pockets and Sockets episode featuring Ali the Great. It is your girl Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. I'm about to slide out of here and head to Red Zone to say goodbye and farewell to a venue that I love dearly. Shout out to the homie Bruce and the whole staff at Red Zone Blitz. You guys are going to be missed. We are hoping you guys find a new location with the same love someplace real soon. It's your girl Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. Y'all can catch me out and about. I'm hosting tomorrow. Y'all can catch me at Gino's on Saturday. Wine Festival with Party Posse 3 360 on Sunday. Like, we booming and moving.
And she hosts bingo on Thursdays.
I do. I love the older people. Don't play with them. Hope to see you guys sometime soon. Don't forget to tell a friend to step on in. Right back here, No Gray Area, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Next week, Tamarkia, Sweet Tea will be in the building. We gonna get into life, love, and go-go. I'm out. Ali the Greatest out. Y'all catch him soon. Peace.
Peace.